Hey everybody, and welcome back to another Kangaroo Math video. Today, I have another question, and this one's a bit harder than what we usually do, but I thought, hey, let's step it up a bit. Let's show people what we can do. So before we get into it though, I just want to say if you want to look at the question yourself, the link is down below. Feel free to click on it, open it, and do it yourself. And again, you can pause the video anytime to think about it yourself, to try to do it on your own. So with that being said, let's get into it. All right. Michael has a number which he multiplies by itself, adds 1, multiplies that by 10, adds 3, and multiplies that by 4. What was the original number? Okay, so let's say this is the original number, right? Right, just the number sign. What he then does, oh yeah, and then the final product is 2012. So the number he gets at the end is 2012. So if we have a number, we multiply that by the same number, right? Then we add 1. Then we multiply it by 10. Add 3 and multiply by 4, right? That's the process. So how are we going to do this? Are we going to take the number and multiply it by number plus 1? Or multiply it by number plus 10? It's confusing, right? Well, if you guys remember in one of my videos, I went over PEMDAS, or order of operations, what you do first, right? So usually you do parentheses first. We don't have that. So the next biggest thing we have here is multiplication. So we do multiplication first. So that means the number times the numbers first. And then the 1 times 10 is first. 3 times 4. And this all equal to 2012. Yeesh, that's a lot. How am I going to get the number? Well, if we know the order that it went, like if we know it went times itself plus 1 times 10 plus 3 times 4, why don't we go backwards, right? Because if you have 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, and that's equal to 4, and you want to find the first number, and you forgot what it was, you could just do minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, right? So that becomes 4 minus 3, and that becomes 1. So we could just do the opposite of what happened. So if it was multiplied by 4, we can divide by 4. So 2012 divided by 4, right? Now that's a big number, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do 2000 divided by 4 plus 12 divided by 4, right? Because this is the same thing, right? 2000 divided by 4 plus 12 divided by 4, that's distribution. I'm distributing the divided by 4, so it's easier. Because I know 12 divided by 4 is 3. That's easy. And I know 2000 divided by 4. If I forget these last 2's, it's 20 divided by 4, and that's 5, right? But because there's those last 2 zeros, it's 500. So that becomes 503. All right. So by dividing by 4, we get 503. Now the next step is add 3. But we're not adding 3, we're going the opposite way, so we're subtracting 3. So minus 3, and that's easy. You have the 3's there, so just 500. All right, now we have the next step. Multiplies that by 10. Okay, so we're not multiplying 500 by 10, because again, we're doing the opposite. We're dividing by 10. So 500 divided by 10. Now we can get rid of the zeros, right? So just 50 divided by 1, and that's just 50. So you get 50 there, and now the next step is plus 1. But again, we don't do plus 1. What do? We do minus 1. So 50 minus 1. And that's equal to 49. Now, the final step. A number times a number is equal to 49. Well, I know pretty simply that 5 times 5 is 25, right? I know that. So let's keep going from there because we need a bigger number. We need to get 49. 6 times 6, 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36. 7 times 7, 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49. 7 times 7 is 49. So that means our number is 7. Yeah? So how about now that we know it's 7, let's try doing it. Let's try going forward, right? So, 7 times 7, 49. Plus 1, 50. 50 times 10, 500, right? 500 plus 3 equals 503. 503 times 4. Well, 5 times 4 is 20. 4 times 3 is 12. 2012. And we did it. So that's the answer, guys, 7. This was definitely a very difficult question. So if you guys got it, that's awesome. If not, keep going over it, keep trying it, because I know you can get it. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and have a nice day.